hear me? All right, councilors, you're able to hear me?
Yes, Mr. Payano, I could hear
All
you.
right, great. Is the vice chairman, Stephanie Infante, there?
I am here.
All right, perfect. So, Madam Vice Chair, if you can share the meeting, that'd be great. Thank you.
No problem. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Personnel and Administration Subcommittee meeting. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, and the time is 6:35 p.m. In the chambers, you have myself, Councilor Stephanie Infante. Remotely, we have Councilor Maria de la Cruz and Councilor Pavel Payano. And now we have Councilor Vice President Estela Reyes, who just walked into the chambers.
No late,
And quickly, pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2022, this meeting of Personnel Committee is being conducted both in person and via remote participation. A reminder that persons who would like to listen or view this meeting while in progress may either attend in person at the City Hall, City Council chambers, or may use the Lawrence City Council Facebook or YouTube page to access the meeting. Councilors, we don't have any minutes for approval, so I'm going to go straight into new business. For new business, we have item 21022, request to post and advertise and fill position for community development, for a community development director. And we do have Personnel Director Legreta here with us. Director Legreta, if you have a few words about this item.
Fill it. It was last filled by Vilma Martinez. 5th, 2021. There have been no changes to this position or the grading, salary, anything. So I'm just asking to fill it exactly as it was before.
Thank you. Councilors, are there any questions, comments, concerns?
It's not going to be any changes in the position and the salary, so it's no question. I'm very familiar with the position, just things that, you know, it has been in front of us in the past, so no question for me.
Thank you very much.
Councilor De La Cruz or Councilor Payano, any questions? Councilor De La Cruz.
The question is for Mr. Lagrega. What will be the salary for this position?
The salary is grade 8, which is currently $80,000 to $95,000. So it will be in that range. I would note that we are currently working with the Collins Center to update our non-union salary schedule. So this may be changing, but that is the current grade.
You said that this is a non-union position?
Yes, correct, non-union.
Will this be advertised as the other application for anybody in the community to apply?
Yes, I believe it would be for anybody to apply. We don't have the posting at this point. We're just seeking permission to do it. So it would be, as far as I'm concerned, this is an advertisement that would be issued by the mayor's office, and I believe that it would be open to all candidates, internal and external.
It will be advertised in which media?
Typically, what we do is we post it on the city website. I also send out an email blast to the city, the school, and Mass Hire. Sometimes there are specific requests. However, going forward, advertising requests will have to go through the mayor's office, so I could certainly work with them if there was a different medium that they chose to explore.
Any other questions? Councilor Payano?
Motion to send this to the,
Make a motion to send it with favorable recommendation.
Okay, I'll do the roll call. Councilor De La Cruz?
Yes.
Councilor Vice President Reyes?
Yes.
Councilor Payano?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Counselors, now I'm looking to have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn is being made.
Looking for a second.
Second?
Okay, roll call. Counselor De La Cruz,
Yes.
Counselor Vice President Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Prayano,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening and welcome to the Ordinance Subcommittee. Today is Tuesday, June 28, 7:03. Members are present. My Vice Chair, Councilor Anna Levis, Councilor Maria de la Cruz, and the Chair, Stella Reyes. Roll call. Councilor Levy.
Present.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Present.
And the Chair, we have quorum. Pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Act of 2022, this meeting of Ordinance Committee is being conducted both in person and via remote participation. A reminder that the persons who would like to listen or to view this meeting while is in progress may either attend in person or at the locations above or use any of the following access locations: Lawrence City Council page and YouTube Lawrence City Council page. Can I get a motion to approve the minute of the meeting of the June 14?
So moved.
Motion has been made. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz,
Yes.
Councilor Levy,
Yes.
and the chair is voting affirmative. Motion passed. Councilor, I'm going to be taking a couple of items out of order. The first item that I'm going to be taking, and I'm looking for a motion, is document 20122. Can I get a motion to take document 20122 out of order?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz,
Yes.
Councilor Levis,
Yes.
and the chair is voting affirmative. 20122, Feast of the Three Saints, 9/2/22 and through 9/4/22. And it has been put on the agenda by Michael Moreland, St. Alpheus Society.
Good evening, councilors. My name is Wayne Peters, and this is Mr. Mike Morley. We are both past presidents of the St. Alpheus Society. And this year, we're back here once again. Each year we come here. I've been coming here for the past 15 years in front of the council, seeking approval to close the streets for our annual festival, Feast of the Three Saints. This year is our 99th feast in the city of Lawrence, number 99. How many other organizations can make that claim that they have been in business and going strongly for 99 years? We have over 160 members with a lot of third-generation members also. So we are a thriving organization, and with the help of the city over the years, it's made it a lot easier for us. This year, once again, our festival is going to be status quo, just as a normal festival that we've done every year, with the exception of the COVID years, obviously. And we are feverishly working for our next year, for our 100th anniversary in the city of Lawrence. So we are diligently working, and it's going to be hopefully one of the biggest events that the city has ever seen, hopefully. Our fingers are crossed if we can raise the money, and if things go right, we hope to put on a huge celebration. So with that, we're asking for your permission again this year to hold our events.
In events for the next incoming 100 year. I know the work that you had been putting together. So is anything different or new that we had last year, or everything is going to be the same? Great job last year.
Thank you. No, this year is going to be roughly about the same. Nothing is going to be any different. Hoping for good weather. That's our biggest thing, is worrying about good weather. Like a night like tonight would be great for the 3 days. It's a perfect. Not too hot, not too cold.
Well, just to add, last year it was only 2 days.
Yeah.
So we're doing the 3-day again. We're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Councilor De La Cruz.
I would like to say thank you very much to the St. Alpheus Society for doing such a beautiful and great event every year for 99 years. We are very pleased with their work and all the participation of the community. Then my motion is to send it to the full council with favorable recommendation.
First, I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. So I enjoy every time that I go over there. I enjoy since the time that I came in living to Lawrence. So I am in Lawrence for more than 35 years. And I love the festival, I love the parade, and I like to go to your church too. Thank you every year and congratulations. So I know that it's going to be something similar to the last year, like you said, because you are getting ready for next year. And I'm going to be there.
Thank you.
We
We'll
got-
be
I'm
looking
gonna be
forward.
there.
Absolutely, thank you. And just a side note, on the night before, the festival starts on a Friday night. The night before, on a Thursday night, what we usually have is a private family night right in the church parking lot. But the councilors are always welcome to join us because we consider you, Maria, and everybody here as family. So you're welcome to come, and we have some pickers, and we all bring our families down, and we call it a family night. It's kind of like a get-together, the work is completed, the feast starts the next day, which we bring our wives, our children, and we kind of relax, have a glass of wine, and just kind of chill a little bit, getting ready and getting prepped up for the weekend. So if you're around on the Thursday night, you're welcome to come down there. The festivities start at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 8. So
And
you're all welcome.
We officially light the street.
Yes.
In the bandstand that night.
Okay, from 6 to 8,
6 to 8.
6
Yes.
to 8 on
Yes.
Thursday.
On a Thursday
I
night,
will
yes.
do my best to be there.
Yeah, and then on
This-
Friday night, we have the march that kicks off in front of
Yes,
City Hall.
I used to go to the march.
Yes, yep, make
Yes.
sure you're all out there 6 o'clock on Friday night
Yep.
to march with us.
We will.
Okay.
We will-
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to send it to the full council.
Motion to send it with favorable recommendation.
Second,
Let me just finish the motion. So we're just going to call the presence of Councilor Selena Reyes. Okay. So we are calling on a motion to send document 20122 with favorable recommendation. It has been made properly second. All those in favor?
aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Thank you very much. You know the rules, so you just need to come back to our next city council meeting. I know that it's not going to be a question for 100 years celebrating a feast and always fun and great job done. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
very,
you
very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Councilor, can I get a motion to take document 20422 out of order? Motion has been made properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Vice Chair.
Yes.
Levis. And the chair is voting affirmative. Document 20422 is a Jasmine baby shower, and it's going to be August 6, 22, from 3 through 8 p.m. It's going to be at Kennedy Community Park. Yes. Address for the record.
My address, 18 Daisy Street, Lawrence, Massachusetts. 18 Daisy Street, it's right in front of the park.
About your event.
So, like, I don't have money to rent a hall, so I decided to have like a small dinner type of party in the park. It's gonna be mostly females, but it's around like 30 30 people that I invited. And so it's gonna be big for, like, for me to do it in my house. And the food is gonna be prepared already, so there's like not gonna be any cooking in the park. There's not gonna be any alcohol. There's gonna be music, but I don't think it's gonna be loud. I mean, it's not because the La Bocina is small. It's gonna be from 3 to, I put 3 to, but it's so I can set up 3 to 8, and so I have time to like clean up after. But I think that the hours is gonna be between 4 and 7, so it's not gonna be too long.
Okay, you say that you're gonna have small speaker.
Yes.
So, I know that it's gonna be in the park, and I don't wanna stop you just to do what you have to do, but the speaker have to be toward to the group, and, you need to leave the park cleaner or as the same condition that you're gonna find the park. That's one. So you are gonna be responsible for those 30-plus people that you might gonna be have around, that is not gonna be drinking,
Yeah.
that is not gonna be loitering. So there's a lot of things that you have to kind of.
Yeah, we weren't gonna, like, I don't drink, and like I can't, you know, I'm pregnant, but there wasn't gonna be any drinking. It was like I was gonna do the non-alcoholic cheering champagne thing. I don't know what they're called, but that's the only thing that's gonna be like similar to drinking, but there's not gonna be any alcohol or beer or anything like that. I do know that I have to clean up everything. I don't think there's gonna be a mess. Like it's gonna be like a dinner, so like everything, it's gonna be disposable, but I have like everything set up so it can be organized and everything can be picked up with minimal time. Like maybe in half an hour, everything will be out of the park.
So the set and wrap up time, you think you're gonna have enough time from 3 to 8? So you're gonna have 5 hours.
Yeah.
So the setup is gonna be at 3, or you're gonna be starting at 2, which we can do whatever adjustment we have to do, or arrangement.
I maybe like a few minutes before 3, like I'll start bringing everything outside, just so everything, it will give me time to do it. So, but I think an hour is fine because I'm not doing balloons, and if I do, it will probably be just like the cake table balloons. So it's very minimal. It's gonna be like the decoration, everything, it's fake flowers, because that's easier to, and they don't, like to pick up, like if something falls like that, it's easy to pick up, and it's easier to set up. So, and then the tables are gonna have centerpieces that it's flowers, like everything is flowers. So there's not gonna be any mess like confetti or like anything that will make a mess that will be hard to pick up afterwards.
Okay, so we not try to be picky on you, and this is nothing personal.
I understand.
So it's something that it doesn't matter who's going to come in front of us. We have to ask all the questions to make sure that every applicants understand that since that you are going to be using a public installation, we supposed to take care of that. And I know that you say that it's going to be 30-plus people, and it's going to be, the food is going to be already made or prepared. But again, all the, the trash needs to be picked up and you put it on the side, or whatever your plan might be, that I'm sure that the recreation department went through view, because they have to fill in an application and we have all the paper. So, any question, Councilor?
Thank
Councilor
you.
Levy?
Yes. One question, what side of the park are you thinking to use? The middle, the corner?
Near the trees, So we have shade and like it's before the play.
Before the what?
The play. So like almost the front. I don't know, but like this is the corner, right, of Holly and Daisy, and this is the park. So I will probably be using this part in the front.
Okay, if there's no any objection, can I get a motion to send it with favor recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds, all those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz.
Thank you.
Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. The motion's passed. So you do need to come back to our next city council meeting, which you're gonna be, with all the members that are not here present tonight. They might have any questions, but it went up with favor recommendation to our next city council meeting. Thank you. And good luck.
When is that?
When is that? It's gonna be next Tuesday. I think it's July 5th,
Okay. Thank you.
right? Thank you. Councilor, can I get a motion to take document 309-22 out of order?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Document 20922, Sergeant Johanny Pichardo, Memorial Mural. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor President and myself, but we have members who's going to be exposing in it and showing the mural, how this is going to come out. Good evening, name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Guy Terry Kelly. I reside at 32 Shawmut Street in Lawrence, and I'm also the Executive Director of the Merrimack Valley Community Service Corps at 264 Essex Street.
Tell other councilor, what are you planning on doing with the mural?
If I may just give a very quick snapshot of my organization. We're a volunteer organization that supports two federally funded AmeriCorps senior programs. The RSVP program has been part of Lawrence, Greater Lawrence, since 1975. Over the years, the Merrimack Valley Community Service Corps has engaged the community with murals, some of them historic and others just fun murals. We did this back in the late 90s as a deterrent to graffiti, and we were successful for the most part. Over the years, a couple of our murals have received national recognition. Our Martin Luther King Memorial was displayed in the Cannon Rotunda in the Washington, D.C., in the U.S. Capitol, that depicted Martin Luther King and some of the issues and the beliefs that he had. It was exhibited for a couple of weeks. We also have a historic mural in the city's history room in the library of the various theaters that were part of the community years ago when there were no televisions and things. It's still there, and we're very proud of that. We also have one behind the senior center, now in the center, and it's a mural that, again, has been there for about 8 years and has never been touched with graffiti. We're proposing to you, City Council, members of the Ordinance Committee, a mural to honor the life of Johanny Rosario Pichardo. One of our volunteers from our program has designed a mural. We're working with the family, with Francisco Urena as our liaison, to ensure that they know everything that's going on with the mural. And if I may, we'll show you how it will look. The proposal is to have it placed on the city's Veterans Memorial Stadium, under the press box. This is an artist's rendition of it. So we're working with the family, we're working with the city, the mayor's office, the Health and Human Services Department, city's Recreation Department, obviously the Veteran Services Department, and the DPW, and the City Council. So we're seeking permission to install this mural when it's complete to honor this brave young lady who gave her life. There will be a ceremony, if you will, on August 19th, a Friday, to unveil the mural, if you will, and we will have a couple of guest speakers. There'll be a very little program of music, and it will be an opportunity for the community to come out and remember this hero. And we hope that you will also as well. So we're seeking that permission.
Thank you, yes. Any question? I don't have any question. We met like a couple of times, so I know all the detail. But I do want to take this opportunity just to thank you. Just putting this for a daughter of Lawrence. And just well-deserved for someone who gave her life to save us. That is priceless. Thank you for letting us know that you also are working with the family.
Yes.
And in the mayor's office, because I was there when we met. And with no further ado, I have no question. So can I get a motion to send document 20922 with favor recommendation?
Second.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And of course, the chair voting affirmative. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
So
I look
you
forward
do
to-
need to come back to our next city council meeting, which is going to be July 5th. Thank you.
again
Thank you for
very much.
putting this together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, can I get a motion to take document 20222 out of order?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Document 203 is a virtual health fair on July 16 from 10 a.m. through 1 p.m. and that's going to be held at Campanon Common. It has been put on the agenda by Karina Abreu. Good evening, welcome, name and address for the record.
I'm Karina Abreu from Vitra Health, and she's Susana De La Cruz. We're working with different programs in Vitra Health, and if the family has a patient with a medical condition, receive a payment tax-free stipend. The principal program in this area is adult foster care, family group adult foster care. With the family has a patient and the medical condition, not all patient only, and is a 16 years old and older patient receive these benefits with the family live in the same house. So this year, this is the second year, Vitra celebrate the Vitra Health Fair in the Lawrence area. We're working in all Massachusetts, and this health fair, we have different tables, different institutions offer benefits. The families is free benefits in the community. So this is the principal missions in this health fair. The families receive free information, free gifts, in these events, we have different activities for the people coming. In this year, we have 21 tables, and in these events, the last year's is 15 tables in the Campanon Park. We here so approve these events.
So let me just go back and one other say, so if someone is taking benefits,
The families receive benefits.
the families,
It's all families. In these events, we have a different benefits in the community. For example, we have a Lawrence Senior Center, we have Greater Lawrence Family Health Center. We have a different institution with health programs for the people, and this is the principal mission and events.
So what is the resources that you are offering? Is just to tell them what are those resources?
Yeah, we're kind of just wanting to.
Just go to the mic, please.
We want the people in the community know what they have around in the community. People don't know, they might see one of the 305 Exeter Street. They don't know what might be in 305 Exeter Street. We would kind of want people in the Lawrence community, anybody that comes to the fair, to know what's around and have the opportunity to gather information, just not for themselves, but to spread it out and say, hey, you can go here in Lawrence, and they have this service. So that's kind of one of the points for the fair.
And who is Karina Abreu?
It's me.
Is you?
Yes.
Thank you for putting this together. I think this is well needed in our community. As much as we think sometimes everybody knows where those resources are, believe it or not, you just hit the nail on the head. It is true. So I think, but more than that, education piece needs to happen, because sometimes you need to kind of guide them and go through many things that they might think that they are expecting that they are going to be getting, and it is completely the opposite. So thank you for putting this together. I'm personally have any more question. Councilor, any question? No. Okay, can I get a motion to send with document 402-22 with favorable recommendation?
Second.
So the motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Thank you. You do need to come back to our next city council meeting.
Okay.
And good luck.
Okay,
And thank you for putting this
I
together.
have last questions. We can use in the same space the
It's
Central
like,
Park?
it's like with the concrete part of the park.
The concrete, yes.
Concrete part?
What is that?
Use that part?
Which?
We can use in the concrete part? with the
Yes,
Central?
so you just have to go through that recreation department, and they can assign it just in case that someone has requested probably the spot that you want to be using, just to make sure they don't overlap with any other activity. So, and again, you know the rules. You need to leave the park cleaner or better, same condition that you find it.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Can I get a motion to take document 21622 out of order? Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Document 21622, promotion of summer biblical school is Kennedy Community Park. It has been put in the agenda by Jose Ramirez, and it's going to be held on, Kennedy on July 17, 22, from 2 through 7 p.m. Good evening, sir. Name and address for the record.
Jose Ramirez, 43 Florida Street, Lawrence, Massachusetts.
So can you tell us a little bit about your event?
Is possible to speak Spanish?
So is that, oh, no, you can't. Councilor, so is anyone can translate for him?
Okay.
You can do it? Thank you. Thank you, Councilor de Rosario, but we're not allowed to translate, okay?
Thank you.
So you might need to be right next to him because you are the one who's going to be speaking on the mic.
Okay.
So just tell us a little bit about your event.
Sí, le puedo decir un poco del evento.
Ok, el evento lo que pretendemos es promocionar la escuela bíblica de verano de la iglesia. Lo que queremos es darle promoción a los niños, a las familias que pasan por allí. Vamos a estar también regalándole a ellos, a cada familia, hamburgers, hot dog y refrescos.
Okay. So they're doing a Bible school event, and they just want to reach out, do outreach to the family and children, and they'll be doing hamburgers and hot dogs and food for the attendees.
Yes, yes. So are you going to have any speaker?
Una bocina pequeña.
Just one little speaker.
So the speaker needs to be toward to his group, not to the public. So whoever is not involved and in that event, they probably don't want to hear, and it's nothing bad. I really appreciate it that he's doing that, but this is not about me. This is not about him. This is about the public in general.
Okay. Que el sistema de sonido tiene que estar tú sabes, apuntado a tu grupo para que la otra gente disfrutando del parque. Que no es. Subieron el volumen. Que no es que tienen algo personal contra usted, pero es para que todos puedan disfrutar del parque a la misma vez.
So, and one more last thing. He needs to leave the park cleaner, the same condition or better, and no vehicle parking inside the park.
Okay. Que tiene que dejar el parque, tú sabes, por lo menos igual de limpio o mejor, tú sabes, hasta mejor, y que no puede estacionar los vehículos en el parque.
And I promise the last thing. So you can tell him that we all speak Spanish, including the counselor who is sitting in the bench. But we can't speak in Spanish or translate it for him. So if he sees one of us, we do speak Spanish, we understand the culture, but we can't speak in Spanish here.
Que están diciendo que sí entienden el español, pero en las reglas que no pueden hacer las traducciones ellos mismos. Pues por eso aquí estoy yo.
Okay.
Thank you for translating. No more question. Can I get a motion to send it with favorable recommendation?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Thank you. You do need to come back to our next city council meeting, which is going to be next Tuesday. Gregory, Councilor.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to take document 21822 out of order? Motion has been made to take document 21822 out of order. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levis.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Document 21822, Preach the Word of God, Campanile Common, on August 13 from 1 through 6 p.m. It has been put on the agenda by Alfredo Frias. Good evening, sir. Name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is Victor Guerrero. And the address is going to be 2 Wyman Street, Lawrence, Mass. We come and represent Monte de Oración Church, and thank you for receiving us here today. And the reason we're here, we would like to ask permission for August 13 to use the park for service for the people around the park. We would like to see if you guys give us permission for that, and we know the rule. We're going to keep the park clean. We're going to use our own electricity. We got a small speaker, and we understand we got to get the speaker pointing to us, not to the whole park, because we got to respect all the people talk and thinking, and we know the rules, and we are very happy to be here today with you guys.
Wow, you were listening to. Oh, wow. I can't believe it. First one who was listening to it. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
No vehicle inside of the park. If you need to load something, you're just gonna go, load it down, and park it in the street.
Absolutely,
Okay?
absolutely.
Thank you for doing this. I have no question. If there's no any further question, can I send it with favor recommendation?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
you save our work, so we don't have to repeat ourselves. So you do need to come back to our next city council meeting, which is going to be next Tuesday, for any question that my other councilor have, but you all set to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor, can I get a motion to take document 21522 out of order? Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Document roll call. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Document 21522 is the 38th Annual Bread and Roses Labor Day Heritage Festival at Camden Common, and it's going to be September 5th from 9 a.m. through 8 p.m. Thank you, sir. Again, name and address for the record.
Felipe Collazo, 7 Monroe Street, Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Felipe, is anything new that you might going to do in this event this year that you haven't done in 37 years?
Generally, it's going to be a similar event. I don't think anything, always something new and fun, but structurally, it's going to be infrastructure-wise and setup-wise, it's going to be pretty much the same.
I always participate, but I was just hoping that you say, yes, we're going to have something new, we're going to do different. No, I always like it, so I think it's a family event, well done together. I have no question when an institution or organization come in front of us like for 30-plus years, so what question you might going to have? So is any type of food that is going to be different, any cultures or something different?
Well, yeah, we're still working out with the food trucks. Actually, I have to hit up Mike Armano to get an updated list. But yeah, no, we always try to have a nice mix of different cultural foods and different different variety of cultures and acts. And so far we're putting together something pretty good. So definitely come. We have hopefully we have the day off, right? Labor Day, yeah.
Okay, so I do not have any question. Can I send it with favorable recommendation?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Ana Levis.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. So Felipe, you heard the rules. So you do need to come back to our next city council meeting, and it's right fine after July 4th. So we're gonna have a meeting, so you need to come back just in case. Okay? Thank you, and thank you for helping us with translation. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Councilor Del Rosario, do you have anything else more to do, or we can finish cleaning up our agenda? We do? Okay. No, that's my good friend sitting in the back. So, do we have someone else? Yes. He probably was taking. Can you please check what is the item number?
Under Jasori Parra.
207, okay, evangelist side sharing the gospel campaign, okay, that's the one?
That one, yes.
Okay, I'm a short person, I didn't see you sitting in the back. My apologies.
Okay.
Thank you. So, Counselor, can I get a motion to, yeah, and I do have your number here. I'm not gonna say that it's age, so. Can I get a motion to take document 20722 out of order?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levis.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Document 207, evangelizing, sharing the gospel. Component common on July 9, July 16, July 19, August 13, right? Oh, August 26.
Yes.
So it's, let me just read it back to make sure that I got all the days. July 9,
Yes.
July 16,
Correct.
July 19,
Yes.
July 26,
Yes.
August 13,
Correct.
and August 27.
Correct.
And they all are, what time is going to be the event?
From 4 or 4:30 to 8 o'clock.
From 4 to
So
8.
if the ones that fall on Saturday start at 4, and the ones that are on Tuesdays, which are 2, start at 4:30.
Okay, Miss, I didn't ask for your name and address for the record, just because I want to apologize that I didn't see you sitting in the back. Just the name and address for the record, and just tell us a little bit about your event and the days that you're requesting to do the praise.
Okay, so Giselle Perez, 18 East Pleasant Street, here in Lawrence, and I'm here on behalf of Jasori Parra, which is the person for the permit of 11 Crest Street in Lawrence. So the event that we have scheduled, evangelization dates, just going out to share the gospel with individuals who are open and receptive to hearing about the Word of God. These are the anticipated dates. I have since spoken with NILSA to make sure that there was clearance, and on all of the Saturdays, the actual park is not available, so we're clear on that. But the application had already been submitted, and we're okay with that, so we'll just kind of like go with the extended areas surrounding the park, which shouldn't be a problem from what I understand. However, on the 2 Tuesdays in the month of July, that we would like to make use of the space if it's available. So I don't know.
What was the answer? Did you
She
went
said
back?
it was okay on her part.
She was
so-
okay, okay.
Because it was available.
So, and even the Saturday the park has been taken, you are going to be taking a small area, which is
Just
going
the side that borders the street and, just the streets that border the park.
But that might be good, because you can attract more public just to come, and you can grab more people to talk to about it.
If they're alive and they're breathing and they're open, it's all good. So-
There you go. There you go. So I think that's the way to approach people. So I wouldn't throw something with only my members.
Yeah.
Because you already know what you're going to be speaking about it and speaking. So if you can approach.
For sure. And it's a very small church, just to be clear. I'm recently ordained pastors, so the congregation only has 10 people, and that includes 2 teenagers, 1 school-age child, and 1 toddler. So we're not talking about a big church event.
God
I
bless
just
you.
made sure
10.
we included everybody because I didn't know who you were counting, when you asked for the number of people, but it's approximately 10. And so
You started with 10, or you just being increasing the numbers?
we started with 10. He's the pastor and his wife.
But you're hoping just to
3
recruit more?
families.
Thank you for taking the time. I think, this is well needed in our community. So in talking about God, I can spend all day in listening and speaking about it. Not that I know much, because I wish I can say more, but thank you.
Well, thank you.
Councilor, any question? None?
And
Can
we
I
are
s-
aware that we have to leave the space as is. We'll just be bringing in our personal items, our personal water. We will dump it where it needs to be dumped or take it and carry it out with us. And so,
And I know that you heard that too. So
of course,
thank you.
and I filled out the application, so I was clear.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you're not taking this personal.
No, no, no.
Because I don't do that just to put anyone in a spot. But this lady who's here knows all the numbers of complaint that we've been getting just because of that. So, and the reason that I have to continue repeating myself, even though you have to go through the application, is because sometimes we just get so emotional, get into something, which I understand.
Yeah.
I do the same. But sometimes you're not in the mood, and then you complain, or those people who likes to complain for everything, but we need to respect that also.
And the reality is that there are people who don't respect the process anyway, so I get it. We get it.
Just listening to. You were listening to. Thank you. So motion to send the word favor recommendation has been made. Properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. Thank you, and you do need to come back to our next city council meeting. I know that it's gonna be a long weekend, but we have to go back to work on Tuesday.
No
Okay?
problem.
Thank
you
you.
so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
So since the Councilor del Rosario has nothing else more to do, and he say that we can clean up the agenda, so we're just gonna go ahead and forward. So can I, document 222 is a resolution, are you? A motion to take document 181 and 182 as a block and out of order.
Second.
Motion has been made properly seconded. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Councilor Ana Levis.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes to take document 181 and 182 out of table and out of order. Document 181-22 is a resolution to establishing a appropriate fee structure for utility company. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor Gregory del Rosario.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, members of the committee. If you guys seen, well, that's for the next item, what I gave you right there. As you guys been seeing, the utility companies come into our city and do the work and put in the post everywhere they go, and they only paid $100. As you know, just publishing the public notice costs the city $425, depends on how many letters that brings into the newspaper. So I think, in fairness, the city attorney will get the language correct for this item, but I think, in fairness, that utility companies should pay everything, including the post, including the publishing of the public hearing. So where they're going to put the post, and not the city. We've been paying for the extra. They only pay $100. If the argument will be that they're going to charge the citizen for that work, I can show you my bills. We already being charged, even if they're not putting it in. And they only pay $100 to come in and put a post, and the city pays the rest, which sometimes it's more than $500. So what am I looking to do is to make an ordinance that put them to pay whatever the cost it is to publish, and also to what they pay for the city. No other city charge $100. They all charge whatever the job is cost plus the extra. We are the only city paying for them. We charge $100, and we spend sometimes $700 or $800 per job that they do. And I don't think we should pay for that when they charge every single citizen here more than that.
So you said that you had been in communication with the city attorney,
Correct.
and that she needs to draft a language in order for us just to change that piece of ordinance
This,
and
yeah,
move forward.
yeah, the only thing we have is that we charge them $100.
Yeah, then we
So
need to.
she has the language that they're gonna put together, including everything that they need to pay. I mean, they're not gonna force them to pay. They're gonna say that they should cover all the costs that it cost for them to put a post on it, including the publishing of the public hearing.
But I agree with you. So I think we should come out with something that is not that no one is going to force. So we need to reinforce what we have in place, because it doesn't matter for you to take time and just to kind of dig into information, then it's not going anywhere. So what do you have? What do you want? Looking to have your name in something?
I don't know, I don't. I just
No,
want-
right? So I think, and whereas limited the number
that's
of the
not-
food,
That's the other item.
put two and together. Okay.
Well, that's the other item, yeah.
Encourage you to table until we get the draft to make sure that it's going to cover everything. So at least you know, everything have to take baby step, and you know that it's going to be taking times, but at least we are going to be putting something that is going to be well done, right? So are you okay for us to table it until we get the draft? So I'm not even gonna send communications, because I know that you are working on that, so you're just gonna let us know when, or they gonna follow up with us.
problem.
Can I get a motion to retable document 18122?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? Councilor De La Cruz? Councilor Selena Reyes? Yes. Councilor Levy?
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Thank you. Document 18222, resolution limited food truck to one per business. Councilor Del Rosario.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My resolution titled Limited Food Trucks for One Per Business. At this time, I am requesting to amend the resolution to include the following, which is in red. That's what you guys on the bottom. On red, it says, be it further resolved that the ordinance should limit the total numbers of food trucks licensed to do business in the city to 25 trucks, and require the city council approval on food trucks licensed annually, and be read in such a way to ensure that no individuals or business owner will be allowed to have one or more food trucks per address.
Per
address. The issue on that is that I think in 7 miles radius, having 40-something trucks, while only 19 are working with properly permits, they all working, but only 19, according to the report that I got for the inspection of service, they are working with properly permits. Another thing that I encountered while doing this work is that 10 or 12 trucks have the same address, and when you go there, I can give you an address on Parker Street. It's like 12 trucks registered on that address. When you go at that address on Parker Street, there's a plaza there. So the trucks are not there. Nobody knows where the trucks are. But that's had nothing to do with this. Just to give you a little sample, why do we have to limit them to one address? I think it's a pattern that, well, you put that address and they will give you the permit. So I wish to stop that. And again, 7 mile radius to have 40 trucks, it's too many trucks. 25 will be a proper number to have, I think an accurate number or a good number to have, which eventually we're looking to see if we can actually place them only in one place to make the city beautiful and more cleaner eventually. But 40-something trucks on the city, I think it's too many on a 7 mile radius.
Councilor Del Rosario, before ideas, they used to come in front of us, which we were made sure that they were licensing, they have all the permits, but like you, sometimes they have bright idea to take control out of something that no one is going to be overseeing. So I think 25 is a low number. I think we can go higher just because we are overpopulated. We don't want to have 25 just to kind of accumulate everyone in one single piece of land or area, because we know how it is. So I think if I'm going to say this in public, I can work with you with this and make something that is going to be workable and work for everyone. However, one of the things that you just said, it needs to come in front of the city council for approval, because I'm going to be repeating myself a million times if I have to, that we need to work on those applications that, yes, is more likable because you can fill it online, but it's a lot of question that is not applicable. So we need to look it into, because let's say you have 20 in your district, but you don't know anything about it, but someone expect that you might can give an answer, but you don't know anything about it. So this is what the kind of things that we need to work and put, the work together, because that definitely needs to happen. And about the area, all of that, but it's going to talk to all of them to make sure that before we make some changes, because I'm sure they are very happy not to come in front of us, because that used to be a pain, a headache for them, so that they know what is coming, what is the outcome.
I'm assuming that once we place something, we have something in place in personal service, going to communicate to all of them what the changes are going to be. Some of the owners are already in contact with me. They not worry about it. I mean, there's trucks coming out of the city, coming in, and due to the fact that we have so many trucks in the city working, you cannot ID which the trucks that doesn't belong in the city. But if you guys think that 25 is too low, I mean, I will work with anything that you guys think is high. I mean, 19 trucks are only working with proper paperwork out there, out of all of the trucks that are out there. And with that said also, there's restaurants that own 2 and 3 trucks. I don't think it's a fair game for whoever they want to have a small business. When you own a restaurant already, and plus that, you have 3 more trucks out there. So that's why I'm saying 25, due to the fact that we're going to limit the restaurants to have 1. So that will give 2 more trucks to anybody that wants to have a small business or also wants to be in the competition to make some money. Again, big restaurants in the area has 2 and 3 trucks, and I don't think it's a fair game. But I mean, again, I would take recommendations and we'll work.
And I agree with you. So they shouldn't have 3 trucks plus a restaurant, because you are taking the opportunity to someone who doesn't have that way or that pathway to go through. So I agree with you. So I think this is a great idea, and I'm just volunteering myself, listen to this, because not every time I say this, to work with you. But in order for us just to go to the middle ground, we need to work with them. Like it just kind of put a meeting together, like you had been done it in the past, and you know how to do it. So I don't think that's going to be taking you no time to do something that we can be part of, and at least we can listen to them. But I agree, I'm totally against someone who has the restaurant on 3 trucks or more, because we don't know, and we can limit that number to, and if we have to go for 25, which I think is a reasonable number, yes, we go there, but we have to kind of listen the other side. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I can table it, we can put the meeting, and then we can come back and do whatever we have to do. How about that?
We'll table into then renew the permit, and then you have all 45 trucks out on the street, because they're going to run and renew the permit before we have an ordinance. And all the restaurants are going to renew the permits, and they're all going to have the thing out there. There's nothing to stop them going up there. There's nothing bringing them into us right now. So we need to do something to prevent that. Once they get a permit, they get it for a year. So how long is it going to take us to get something going? I mean, how many of them are really going to come to a meeting? I can put you in a sample. If we go to the taxi owners, we don't get them together. But again, I'll take recommendation. We'll table it, and we let them dictate when they want to come in and we'll do the meeting and we'll work from there.
But I'm only one, so I'm just going to open the floor for other councilors. If they have any recommendation, Councilor Levy.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. So you mentioned that there is about 40 trucks in the city, and just only 19 have the permits to deal with the truck.
Right now, only 19 have the permit. I mean, they should have renewed a few months ago, and only 19 up to date have permit to work on the street. But I can guarantee you that all 40 are working.
So I think so that maybe it's a way that we can find out who owns the rest of the trucks that do not have a permit.
There's a list that comes from inspection service, but they are the one that should
We
contact.
should get a list from the inspection service who got a permit for the truck to be on the street and find out who are the rest of the people who do not have a permit. But like it's okay, so we need, yes, I think so that first, that is one of the first things that we should find out, the people who got the permit for the trucks and the people who do not have a permit for the truck.
I mean, I
And
didn't got the
then
list, but
we should call for the meeting and just let her know, that we are aware about the things that is happening right now. And I agree with you guys regarding that a person who got a restaurant, it's not nice to have a 3 and 4 truck and they are taking the opportunity to somebody else that also wants to get, a little money to bring to the home.
Okay.
I can also offer myself to go to the meeting.
Through you, Madam Chair,
Councilor Selena Reyes.
I think we need to have more information about it because we also need to think the small business had a small restaurant and also have 1 or 2 trucks. We need to identify if they have the correct permit, and also because we don't want to sacrifice our small business, we want to offer more better opportunity to our community, but we want to be clear on the full detail.
Okay. Table until we get more information. Can I get a motion to table document 18222?
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Thank you, Councilor. Thank you, Councilor De Rosario. So we're going to go to the top of the agenda. Document 222, resolution for Louise M. Mulligan Square. It has been put on agenda by myself and Councilor LaPlante. Can I get a motion to send it with favorable recommendation to the full council?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes. 200. Yeah. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Thank you. Next document is document 20322. Jopayas Kids Day 724 from 2 to 9 Campanile. It has been put on the agenda by Jose Guerrero. That's going to be on July 24th. So I have just to keep it down since this is for kids. So can I get a motion to send it with favorable recommendation?
Second.
So motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. And the reason that I'm sending it up was because Teresa has some kind of problem communicating with some of the applicants, and could be one of them. So the next document is 20622, Home Rule Petition to provide relief for Police Officer Carl Farrington, and it has been put on agenda by Councilor President. Can I get a motion to send it with favorable recommendation?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Okay, can I get a motion to table document 20822?
Second.
Motion to table document 20822 has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes to table. The applicants are requested to table the document. Document 2213 is a resolution 15-minute parking, 206 South Union Street has been put on the agenda by Councilor President. Can I get a motion to send document 213 to Officer Cano and also to table the document?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes to table and send the document to Officer Cano for a study review. I think the last one is 217. Document 217, Farmer Market Campanile Common, Wednesday through 10/29, Eddie Rosa. Can I send it with the favor recommendation? We know all about that, Farmer's Market.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Councilor De La Cruz. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting affirmative. I don't think I have any new document, any table item that you wish to take at this time? Yes, none. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
The motion has been made, properly second. As all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor Selena Reyes. Yes. Councilor Maria De La Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair is voting yes. Thank you, Councilor, for being present. And thank you.